real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that damn shoulder.
From what you saw then from training, do you think he's carrying the weight well then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw it in his legs. I could see it in his arms and his shoulders. And it's distributed evenly.
That's always one of the hardest things to do, is going up many weight classes to beat a naturally bigger guy. If he can do that, we're talking about he's one of the greats. You know?
Terence Crawford's preparation for his upcoming clash with Canelo Alvarez has stirred unease after unsettling reports surfaced. According to Top Boxing News, whispers are circulating that Crawford may be carrying a lingering shoulder injury heading into Saturday's fight with Canelo Alvarez. That speculation has cast doubt on whether he will step into the ring fully healthy, leaving fans and analysts questioning if the setback might weigh on his performance beneath the spotlight. Yet former world champion Tim Bradley quickly dismissed the noise, saying the chatter around Crawford's supposed injury holds little weight. To him, nobody outside Crawford's inner circle truly knows what's happening inside the camp. Bradley stressed that when fight night arrives, Crawford will be ready, and whether he's at 100% or even just shy of it, his determination will not falter. That confidence reflects Bradley's belief in Crawford's rare blend of skill, mentality, and grit, a makeup built to endure adversity no matter the obstacle. By brushing off the injury rumors, Bradley paints Crawford as a fighter who refuses to lean on excuses, stepping into the ring with full commitment to perform at the very highest level.
Bradley, you already know the rest. F that damn shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. Man, I see some bozos talking about, oh, his shoulder hurt, all this. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You just talking just to talk. You have no clue what's going on in Crawford's camp. No clue. So shut up, bozo. Man, tired of this, man. Golly. Even the stuff about Boots. Boots beating the hell out of Canelo. Fugazi. That's not true. That was not true. That was not true. Man, everybody always creating stupid-ass narratives just to get views, yo. For real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that damn shoulder. Bro, this is what we signed up for. This is part of being a fighter. That's what it's part of. This is what you wanted. This is what you got. This is what comes with it. That's it. Stop making excuses. Don't want to hear that, man. Hell no. No excuses. No team. Winner takes all on this one. That's how that go. Winner takes all. We don't want to hear no damn excuses by anybody. I know I don't. Hell no. Canelo win fair and square. He win fair and square. That's just what it is. He's the better fighter. Period. If Crawford wins fair and square, he's the better fighter. That's what it is. Period. I don't want to hear nothing about no weight. I don't want to hear none of that. Nope. They the same damn weight. That's what they are. On fight night, they might be a different weight.
Saudi advisor Turki Alashik, the key figure behind bringing massive boxing spectacles to the kingdom, spoke with clear excitement about the scale of this clash. He called it the biggest fight yet, pointing not only to the grand scope of the promotion, but also to the worldwide spotlight it commands. When asked about Crawford stepping up in weight, Turki answered with confidence, saying both men would enter fully prepared and at 100%. His words highlight the professional stage being built for this super fight, making sure both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford are given every chance to perform at their very best. For Alashik, the moment is about more than competition. It's about celebrating boxing history as it unfolds before a global audience.
It's been good. It's been good. And this is the biggest fight in the last 10 years.
What do you make of Terence Crawford's shape? He posted that photo with the six-pack. How do you think he's handling the weight?
This is the fight, the biggest fight for them, and they will be ready 100%, both of them.
Thank you very much.
Oscar De La Hoya. the Golden Boy promoter and Hall of Famer, weighed in on the obstacles Crawford must overcome in this battle. To him, stepping up to challenge Canelo Alvarez is a massive leap, made even tougher after a year away from the ring. De La Hoya explained that Crawford would need a flawless performance to withstand Canelo's mix of power and experience. On the other side, Canelo's plan could be far simpler: endure Crawford's shots, dictate the tempo, and let his size and strength take control. De La Hoya's insight comes from decades in the sport, both as a champion inside the ropes and a promoter who has seen how weight and activity often shape the outcome of the grandest fights.
Do you feel that Terence has a shot in beating Canelo Alvarez?
When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, it's going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo, who's a natural 175. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters. Yeah. He's not getting rattled at all.
No.
Berlanga's a big kid.
Yeah.
So it makes me think, I mean, how is Crawford going to keep him away for 12 rounds? Canelo's going to come at him hard. Right. But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork.
Boy Anthony, Executive Club, getting a fresh haircut. But just want to talk about Canelo. Crawford is coming up this weekend, and everybody's excited. Here in Vegas, the electricity is in the air. So, look, even though these guys are, combined almost 80 years old, it should be a good fight. And let me tell you why. Crawford is coming up 2 weight classes, and he's coming off a year's layoff. So that's a huge advantage for Canelo. If Canelo forces his will on him, he'll probably be 190 pounds inside the ring on fight night. I give him a great shot in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round to knock out Crawford. If he doesn't do that, then Crawford is going to box his ears off. It might be another Mayweather versus Canelo. Remember when Mayweather was just schooling him and making him look silly? That can happen again this Saturday. So everything has to be perfect for Crawford. He has to use his footwork. He has to use his speed, his combinations, his ring IQ. He has to stay disciplined. And Canelo, all he has to do is take Crawford's punches, but he cannot be comfortable inside the ring.
During the pre-fight press conference, Terence Crawford faced the swirling rumors about his supposed shoulder injury head-on. Rather than showing anger, he answered with wit and sarcasm, brushing off the speculation by joking about the so-called issue. In that moment, Crawford radiated confidence, refusing to let whispers of doubt distract him or twist the storyline. His reaction revealed one of his greatest weapons, an unshakable composure under pressure. Throughout his career, he has carried himself as a fighter built for the spotlight, never allowing opponents even the slightest psychological edge.
Thank you.
Hey, Terence, how are you? This is Chava Rodriguez from ESPN Knockout. You know, to be involved in this kind of events has a lot of rumors, and you already know that everybody or many people saying that, I don't know if the left one, the right one, or both, but somebody says that you have some kind of problem in any one of your shoulders. Can you just clarify what is your position about those rumors?
Yeah, my shoulder messed up, everyone. You know, so don't tell Canelo. You know, it may be the right, maybe the left, but it's both of them. I'm having problems with my shoulders. Shh, keep that under wraps.
And finally, everybody says that Canelo is going to be the favorite in the stadium with a lot of people supporting him. But what about Omaha? Do you feel many people from Omaha is coming to support you this weekend right here in the LA Stadium?
Former welterweight champion Shawn Porter, who once stood across from Crawford in the ring, offered a sharp look at his physical preparation. Watching him through camp, Porter admired how Crawford added muscle while managing the leap in weight. He noted that the extra mass was spread evenly across his frame, with clear gains in his legs, chest, and arms. To Porter, this mattered most because it showed Crawford hadn't traded speed or agility just to build size. Instead, the growth looked calculated and purposeful, leaving him ready to meet a naturally bigger foe like Canelo on equal ground.
What do you think most people get wrong when they're thinking of putting on weight for fights?
Most boxers don't lift weights. That's kind of the no-no in boxing. But as I like to say, when you're putting on weight, it has to be muscle. You can't put on fat. You can't put on, sluggish nothing. So the best thing a fighter can do when he's trying to gain 10 pounds to fight at another weight class is hit the weights, up your protein and things of that nature. I saw the man eat. The man is eating brilliantly. He's doing it all right. And that's what I meant when I said, when he decided to take on this challenge and Canelo Alvarez, it takes a good 2 years to successfully put on 10 pounds, along with successfully putting on 10 pounds to get your body to acclimate to that weight, right? So when people talk about him being out of the ring for 13 months, they really have to also accept they have to understand that he's been working and training for everything that he needs to do on fight night against Canelo Alvarez.
So you saw him in camp as he was building and putting that weight on, and you said that you think he's doing it right. From what you saw then from training, do you think he's carrying the weight well then?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw it in his legs. I could see it in his arms and his shoulders. And it's distributed evenly. You'll get a lot of guys who are bottom heavy. They don't have much on the top half. So once you get to the inside, they don't have a lot that they can do with you from this standpoint. I know a lot of people are concerned with Canelo Alvarez. Should he get in close? What's the strength situation going to be like? Well, Crawford's put on the right muscle mass in the chest area, in the ab region, and in the arms and things of that nature. I think he's going to be able to handle the strength just fine.
The others say, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down. So I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So,
despite encouraging reports coming out of camp, Crawford found himself under fire when a photo surfaced showing him looking less than sharp. The shot, taken during a meeting with Ilya, appeared to reveal a slight belly, sparking whispers about whether he was truly in peak condition. Online, fans questioned if the polished training pictures released earlier had been touched up to craft a stronger image. The stark contrast between the photos ignited debate over Crawford's readiness, made heavier by the magnitude of the fight ahead. For stars at this level, such scrutiny is nothing new. Every detail magnified, every frame endlessly dissected.
Well, first and foremost, the reaction to the photos. I'm in the gyms all the time, and I was in the gyms when these photos came out. So the first photo that dropped was the one of Terence looking all jacked up and ripped and lean, and glistening and perfect lighting. And I think he actually posted it himself. And all the guys in the gym were like, yo, Crawford looks sick. He's in great shape. He's going to win. He's going to knock Canelo out, blah, blah, blah. Then a couple days later, the photo on the right comes out where he meets Ilya Zepora, and he looks fleshy and he doesn't look great. He does, like exactly the champ said, it's probably, pre-workout. He probably just drank a bunch of water after the workouts. He's a little bit bloated. He's also not flexing. He's relaxed.
Respected trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas spoke with glowing praise about Crawford's recent photos. To Atlas, Crawford looks downright frightening in his current form, a sign that he is primed for a performance that could define his career. Atlas reminded everyone that he had picked Crawford from the start and has never wavered on that choice. For him, the deciding factor isn't only the physical shape, but the fierce determination etched into Crawford's presence. Atlas believes it's that mix of hunger, discipline, and focus that will ultimately set him apart from Canelo. Known for his blunt honesty, Atlas's backing carries real weight, especially because he rarely sugarcoats a fighter's chances.
Vaguely proposed, where a lot of people poo-pooed it. No, Crawford's too small, forget about it, doesn't make sense. When it was going through those times, I didn't hesitate. I said Crawford. I'm not changing now. I see, listen, both guys have gotten older. I don't know. I hope it's not. And I'll put the disclaimer out there first. I'm not poo-poo. I'm not raining on anyone's parade. I think it's a very interesting fight, and I hope it's a great fight. And they're making it so big. They're really bringing everything out for this fight. You know, Dana White, his first involvement in boxing, in a promotion of a fight like this. I know he's involved with Walsh, the Irish kid, but I mean, his first really foray with boxing in this kind of way and level with Turkey Al-Sheikh, and they're not holding anything back. I mean, they're putting everything into this. I remember how excited everyone was for the Mayweather fight with Pacquiao. As it turned out, it was 5 years too late. It didn't happen when probably it should have, to really give us a chance to really have a great fight. And people were very disappointed. And I'm hoping that don't happen, and I don't think it will.
Danny Garcia, himself a former champion, gave a blunt take on Crawford's ambitions. He described Crawford as stubborn, a fighter driven by the need to push into uncharted ground. Garcia pointed out that history shows both sides of the journey. Some fighters who climbed in weight found greatness, while others fell short. To him, Crawford is facing the ultimate test, but if he conquers it, his place among the all-time greats will be secured. Garcia's words strike a careful line between admiration and warning. By acknowledging the risk of such a daring leap, his perspective deepens the broader conversation about weight divisions in boxing, where crossing lines has created legends, but also exposed flaws.
Terence Crawford is trying to do what every great has tried to do, is go up in multiple weight classes and win. A lot of people, a few did it, a few didn't. You know what I mean? So that's always one of the hardest things to do, is going up many weight classes to beat a nationally bigger guy. If he can do that, we're talking about he's one of the greats, you know? But for me, I think Canelo will win a unanimous decision.
Let me ask you this, because
Just because I could see the fight playing out like, all right, cool, it's competitive first 4 rounds, but I feel like once he feels his power a little bit,
yeah,
he might try to box him a little bit, and Canelo just walk him down. I could just see the judges probably give him the rounds for like aggression.
let me ask you this, because I was just talking to Chris Colbert today. Funny guy. I know you know Chris, a funny guy.
My guy.
And like we was talking about the fight and stuff like that, and we're talking about Canelo's power, but I'm more so interested in seeing how Crawford's legs look in like round 7, 8, 9, when you're putting on all that extra weight, all that extra muscle. Do you think that could bother him a little bit?
Even sparring in the gym, when you spar like naturally bigger guys,
Yeah.
that's tough. Because I was doing that for my last fight. And no matter, even when I got down to even when I was 160, I still look more like a welterweight. You know what I mean? Because my body frame, my body type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And guys who are naturally bigger, when they could be 160, but look way bigger than you, just because they got more body mass. They're like, their body's more bigger than yours. It's like they're naturally bigger than you. You know what I mean?
Shakur Stevenson, the unbeaten young star, voiced deep admiration for Crawford's career path and shared a bold prediction. In his eyes, if Crawford overcomes Canelo Alvarez, his resume would stand as the greatest Stevenson has ever seen. That statement captures not only his respect for Crawford's technical brilliance, but also for his courage to test himself against the very best. Adding Canelo to a list already filled with elite opponents would push Crawford's legacy into historic territory. Stevenson's belief in him also underscores the reverence younger fighters hold, seeing Crawford as a role model who shows exactly what it means to risk everything in pursuit of greatness.
I feel like once he beat Canelo, that will be like one of the greatest resumes in boxing ever, just because of the fact that he's going up 2 divisions just to fight this guy, and this guy's bigger than him. And not only did you just crush Errol Spence, but you go out there and and the way that he beats Canelo too. If he go out there and just dominate and make it an easy fight, honestly, I think that that's gonna be like one of the best resumes I ever seen. But as far as the fight, I feel like Bud could beat him easy.
How though? Don't give me everything. Just how is it?
For me, it's a blueprint already. It's literally blueprints to see. Floyd was a lot smaller than Canelo when he fought him. You keep Canelo on the outside. I ain't gonna even say too much, but you keep him on the outside and make it an easy night.
So how would you like to see Bud go out right now? Because he getting close to that time.
I think that's the fight. I think that fight, and then just call it, I'm done. What else is there to prove after beating Canelo? There's nothing else to prove.
You
in
can't
this
go up
fight.
no more.
I mean, unless you want to go fight Usyk.
You gonna go to 75, cruising? You know what I'm saying?
If you fight Usyk, then man.
Hall of Famer Andre Ward shared a calm, yet sharp perspective on the looming clash. He reminded fans that Canelo Alvarez has built much of his legacy by conquering naturally bigger opponents, proving time and again that he can adjust across weight classes. Still, Ward warned against counting out Crawford, noting that he isn't exactly small and has the tools to counter Canelo's size. For Ward, the deciding factor comes down to Crawford's legs, his ability to stay disciplined with movement. If he keeps his footwork sharp, he can dull Canelo's power and take control of the pace. Ward's breakdown reveals his deep grasp of ring strategy, suggesting that Crawford's tactical discipline may prove just as critical as his physical shape.
Has also made a career out of breaking down taller fighters, getting inside of the longer reach. But this fight is a little bit different. Crawford, he does very good, especially early on, with keeping opponents at the end of his jab and at the end of his long left hands. If Terence Crawford stays under his feet, stays under his legs and controlled.
And that's where we'll leave it for today's video. Stay tuned, the next chapter is coming soon.